and welcome. This is Ruth, and today I've got three really beautiful die sets from Spellbinders. So they've been sent to me just in the last couple of days, and this little collection is part of a bigger collection by Dawn Woleslagle for Spellbinders, and the collection is called Fair Winds. So I've got three sets of dies here. There's another set with stamps on it, so that's sentiments with the dies and stamps to match. And then there are some beautiful stencils as well, so the whole lot goes together, and I'll link to all of that down in the description of my video below here. So first of all, this is the set sail die set, and it's got this beautiful little boat, some clouds and some beautiful waves there. Then we've got the guiding light, which is a beautiful lighthouse, some rocks and little birds, so those will probably be gulls. And then this really cute little one called Oh Buoy, and this has a little seagull and a life ring and some two little buoys and a little wooden stump or post or whatever with some little rope ties to go around that as well. And you'll find them all on the back here. So I live in Northern Ireland. I'm not too far from the sea. In fact, Ireland's such a small country compared to the States that you're never too far from the sea. And I really love, if I just want to de-stress or chill out or whatever, just to go and watch the waves and listen to the waves on the beach and listen to the gulls, all of that. So this really does float my boat, so to speak. So I am going to just have a little look. Don't forget, if you do enjoy this kind of video, if you like this kind of thing, don't forget to subscribe. That would really mean a lot to me, and hit the notification bell. And if you enjoy it as you go through, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, and you can leave me a little comment, and then we can keep in touch that way too. I also think that at the end of this video I'm going to add some photographs, because I know that some of my stateside friends do enjoy seeing bits and pieces of Ireland, so I'll probably add some photos in of lighthouses and gulls and boats and whatever, and stick around to the end and you can check those out too. But right now I'm going to do some die cutting, and I will be right back. I've started off with the little Oh Buoy die set. I really didn't know where to start actually, because they're all so beautiful, but I had to make a start somewhere. I've made myself a little gatefold card, and this is 4 inches across this way by 5.5 this way. And as you can see, then I have two panels. The front folds in here, and each one is 2 inches. And I have scored those at 1 inch as well, because I think I would like, whenever the card stands up, that it sort of has this profile as well. But it will fold down into a little plain gatefold. I have also taken a little piece of card which is just slightly smaller than the 4 inches by 5.5. It's just a little sliver smaller. I've cut that, and I'm going to glue that on there when I have finished decorating it. So that's going to be my little panel that you'll see whenever you open the card up. That will be glued in there. And I have also made myself a little belly band for the front of the card. So that was just a strip of card which is just over 1 inch wide. You can make that whatever size you like, however broad you like, and it just overlaps slightly on the front. I set it in behind and then folded it at one part here, and then folded it over just where the other fold of the card is. And I don't want it to be too loose so that it falls straight off, but I don't want it to be so tight that it's hard to sit down over the top of this. So I'm going to go ahead and add some glue on there and attach that together, but I'm going to make sure that it's not too tight. So just a little dab of glue in here. And then to go on top of that, I've added one of the dies from the postage set, and that's this lovely little one here with the little edging on it. And I'm going to glue that directly on top of that band. Before I start adding die cuts onto this, I want to add just a little bit of aqua or blue or whatever to the background here to make a little sort of sky. And I want to do that before I even glue that onto the card. So this piece is going to go in here, and this piece then will get glued onto this belly band. There's a beautiful little die here that cuts out a little stump or a little post, and that's what it looks like. I've cut it out in craft card, and it's got some beautiful etching on it there that gives you the wood grain effect. And then there's a little piece that cuts out separately, and that's what you add on to the top, and that gives you the beautiful 3D effect on it. So I'm going to set that aside for a moment or two, and I've cut several of these out, and I'm just going to add some inking to them with a little bit of brown ink, and then we'll add this little piece onto the top here. Now I'm just going to make a little background with some of these on here, and then I'll do the same on this as well, that the panel that's going to go on the inside of the card. So I'll add the first couple on with just glue, and then I'll add some 3D foam pads just to give a little bit of dimension. I'm also going to add some of these little die cuts as well that give the rope on, but I'm not going to put it on all of them. I've added this onto the little band that's going to go around the card, and then I've taken some of the other dies and I've got them all ready here just to assemble. So this one actually cuts out the little ring just like that, and you can see the little areas on there that you can attach these little red parts to. So there's two little dies like this, and they cut out the four little red pieces that can go on there, and I'll just glue them on, and it's really easy. You couldn't really make a mistake with that because it's so clearly marked for you. So I'll do that just right round there, and then I'll come back and sort out the little birds and bits and pieces that I have here as well. This little die will cut out the bird, so we've got the little gull there with that one, and then we have this little one which cuts out just a tiny bit of the body that will go on behind there, and the little legs. So I have actually just cut the bird out in white. I've cut the legs out in white as well, and you can just go ahead and attach it like that. I'm going to colour those little legs in orange, and then I think I'll attach them on with a little 3D foam pad there, just so that the body sits up a little bit on top, and you'll see that more whenever I actually attach it on here, but that's how I'm going to do that. I've cut the little beak out as well in orange, and in white, and I'm going to colour that in. And you know, you could actually just colour it in orange here, or you could add that on just whatever way you like. And then we've got the little wing, and that's going to be grey, and I am going to just add a tiny little piece of glue along this inner edge here so that that part is flat to the body, and then a little tiny bit of 3D foam pad at this outer edge so that it sits up. So it's actually going from the body out to the edge and sitting up. It's a little bit difficult to see it just at the minute. Oh, if you zoom in, you might see it a little bit better. Just like that, and sit up, and then you'll see that a lot more clearly whenever I actually attach it to the card. So then I have these two little pieces here, this one, and I've cut those out in orange card here and here, and then this little die cuts out the little pieces that go in the center. I've cut those out in white here and here, and I'm going to glue those on and attach them all together. But right now I'm just going to do the colouring and the gluing before I add them onto this. I've taken one of these beautiful new little gems from Spellbinders. It's the tiny one from this little graphite pack, and it's just slightly too big to fit inside that hole, which is just perfect for what I want. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue on, and then this will sit just slightly over the top of there, and it makes a lovely sparkly little eye. So now I've got the little bird ready to go on. I've already attached the ring, and the bird is going to just stand on here. So I'll pop a little piece of 3D foam pad along the back and just pop him on there. I've cut a little piece of 3D foam pad down and I've put it in behind the little head there as well. So you can see when you turn that over, you don't see it in behind there, but it actually just gives a little bit of extra security to that little gem as well. So now I'm just going to add some glue onto the feet and attach this directly onto the card. You can see there then that I added another little bird on exactly the same, and I added these little pieces onto here, and now I've slipped this down over the front of the card. Now I just want to show you this. I've actually cut strips here that are just slightly shorter and just slightly less than the 1 inch wide for each part of here, and I've taken that beautiful striped paper from this beautiful Bayfair 6x6 paper pad. I actually came to this because I remembered that this has actually just been launched lately, and I remembered about this little paper piece here with the little boats on it, and I thought that would be lovely in the background. There's something just about that stripe that I thought was even nicer, so I have just put it on there, and that's the front of the card, ready now with this little belly band on it. But I want to go ahead and decorate the inside, so I've still this piece to do now, and I'm going to add some pieces onto that. I think I will add that on there, and then I'll leave a little area here. I might put another little die cut on it, and that will be where you'll be able to write. Originally I was actually going to hinge this so that it opened up and you could write in below it, but I think now I'll just put a little piece here and add some decorative detail on this part of it. I actually decided just to trim this down a little bit more so that there's a little tiny bit of a border between the inside of the card and the actual card base itself. And then I took the oval from the, let's just grab it here. It's the timeless, the 5x7 timeless card front die set. I took the oval from the centre of that and cut it out in white and put it on there. It's really, really beautiful behind that. So you can see now this time I haven't added any dimension. There's loads and loads of dimension on the front of the card here and this little belly band. But because this is inside and it's going to get closed over, I've kept everything flat. But I did go ahead and add another little gem on there because it was just too beautiful actually, to be honest. And it's actually quite flat, so it doesn't really cause too much problem in there. I wasn't going to add anything from any of the other die sets at all, but then I just couldn't resist the little birds here, and these are from the Guiding Light set, I think. Just let me check. Yes, they're from the Guiding Light set. So I have added the larger one on here, and I hope you can see that clearly there. I've added some grey colouring onto the wings and the eye, and then the tiny one onto here, and that's that little card finished. Well, I was originally going to make 3 different cards in this video. I was going to use each of the die sets and make a card with them all, but I've decided as I've gone along here through this one that I'm just going to make this one, and then I'll come back and make further videos with each of the other die sets as well. I think that would be more beneficial, and it would make this one not too long as well. So I hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and leave me a little comment down below. My affiliate links for everything I've used will be down below in the description of the video as well. So thank you very, very much. That will give me a little commission, but it doesn't cost you anything extra. The price just stays the same for you as well. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again very, very soon in the next one. And until then, happy crafting. Bye bye.